Hello, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot, and this is your reading. If it's found you when it's found you, it's found you for a reason, so trust the timing of your life, trust your intuition, and when something I say resonates, please let me know by liking and subscribing. As always, I'll never reply to your comments telling you to message me through WhatsApp. It's not me doing that, so block, report, or ignore, but just know it's not me. Let's get on with it. This is a scribble reading, so I'm scribbling and seeing what comes out. Who knows where this will go? How exciting. Okay. Whew. I was a bit hesitant then for a second. The initial G is coming through. Is that your name, G? Or are you a G? G? GG? GG. Okay, let's go with it. Goofy energy always. Heard this song in years. I'm getting that song come through, and there's someone that's about to walk past outside, so I'm gonna make sure I sing it extra loud. It's a song that's like, only know you've been high when you're feeling low, only hate the road when you're missing home, only know you love her when you let her go, and you let her go. So I don't know if there's something or someone you're letting go of, or someone's letting go of you, and they're like, ah. And suddenly, in letting go of you, they're like, I've never wanted to let go of someone, I've never been okay with this before, but I love you so much that I have to. I don't know, there's something there of letting go, you're letting someone go, you're both letting each other go, and like walking away with love, with peace. Again, this feels like it may be a very different energy to situations, relationships, connections, platonic, romantic in the past, where you've walked away in like anger, someone's always put up a fight, there's always been drama. There's something where there's a very peaceful letting go of someone, very harmonious, very graceful goodbye, and a calm like walking into more like peace and harmony, and for some reason it's like I'm getting the letter T come through now. T. There's something more traditional or something more like, I don't know if it's you or someone you were connected to is quite territorial, is the word coming through. Quite territorial, quite like almost possessive, but not in like an overly negative way, more in like just possessive and territorial, and like what's theirs is theirs, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but there's an energy of that. They're usually that type of person, and now they're letting go. So the fact that they're finding the grace within themselves, they're finding that place within themselves to be able to let you go and not embarrass themselves by like chasing, not embarrass themselves by fighting, not embarrass themselves by clinging on to you when they know that what's best for you is to let you go. It's very like, I don't know what this energy is, but there's something about being like, also I think this could be you. It could be you that's usually very protective of the people around you, very like territorial, and like wanting to keep the same characters around you, I guess, like wanting to not, you're very loyal is this energy, you're very loyal, but there's something now where you're being loyal to yourself and walking away from what's not. I keep getting the letter T. There's like a word with a T, but I don't know what it is, so I don't know if this person's name could start with T. But you're walking away from letting like, there's something, okay, this just took a turn. I went quiet for ages there because this went really weird, and there's all these noises and there's all this stuff. You're walking away into quiet and you're at peace and you're in harmony, and you're just like, I'm gonna let go of what's not meant for me. And I think there's a friendship or a relationship that's romantic that you're walking away from as well, into peace, into harmony, and going, oh, I love you, but I've got to leave you, right? And there's the energy of someone else doing the same thing. And as you're both doing this, you both actually, like, for some reason, are walking around in a circle and then bumping into each other. You're both like, okay, we've got to love each other. With love, we'll let each other go. But then, like, coming back around and joining and being closer than you were to begin with. In walking away from each other, there's some type of, like, karmic wheel or cycle or, like, lesson you've both learned in leaving what's not quite right, or the timing's wrong. That could be the tea that was coming through. The timing and something around that just was not, it's not working. And so you're both walking away and then getting on with your life and moving forward and moving on your own paths. But your own paths are leading back around unintentionally to each other, just because the universe is going, like, well done. I don't know why I'm getting someone shaking your hand, but it's just like this well done, congratulations kind of energy. Congratulations, you're willing to walk alone rather than hold back this other person. Both of you are willing to walk alone and be alone than hold back someone else that you have a lot of love for. And in doing that, in letting go of each other, in trying to walk your own paths and completely intending to do so, and being very committed to the journey you're headed down, you then bump into each other on your own paths. They actually are connected. All roads lead back to each other, and it's such a weird thing to say. This is like a divine friendship, partnership, connection in some way. It might not be romantic. Those of you that are like, I don't want love, this isn't necessarily romantic, but there's just a person where you felt as if your past, your careers, where you were in the world has completely changed, and you didn't want to, like, waste time. You didn't want to, like, there's something where you're very loyal in wanting to be there 100% or not at all. And not, like, beat around the bush, not waste time being, like, in these, like, half, I can't swear and I hate it, half energied connections. You'd rather give 100% or nothing, rather than just, you know, your all or nothing is your energy. And so there's this thing of you being like, if I can't be there for you completely, I'm going to walk away so someone else can. And somebody else, like, you're both on the exact same page, and then you walk around and you leave each other, and like I'm saying, the paths connect back to each other again, sooner than you think, easier than you think, smoother than you think. There's something where when someone's meant to be in your life, they won't be able to leave it, right? It's almost like that thing of when someone isn't meant to be in your life. Isn't it funny that you never see them again? Once you say goodbye to them, you never bump into them, you never see them out and about, you never see them ever again. Because they've played the role they needed to play. And maybe in the past you always bumped into them, right? When they were a part of your story, you're always seeing them out. You're always seeing them, or people they knew, and now there's something where this is that energy of the universe is going to keep the people in your life that are supposed to be there, and it's going to get rid of the people that aren't, and there's someone where you're willing to go, yeah, I want what's best for both of us. I want us to both be in the best relationships we can be in. I hope you have the best life ever without me in it. And then you both end up being in each other's lives, because you're like, you can't actually get rid of each other. I'm just seeing like someone respawning. I don't know if you used to play Minecraft. This is so childish of me, but back in the day on Minecraft, you would like respawn if you went off the edge. I don't think you can go off the edge anymore, but if you went off the edge and then you just kind of respawn, and it's like someone's respawning right next to you when you're like, oh, does that make sense? You're both willing to jump off the edge and go on your own journeys. That could be like the leap of faith card. You're willing to jump off and start something completely new, completely fresh, and let go of each other, but then you're just respawning right next to each other anyways. Whoops. Like, I just like that. I love this energy so much because it just goes to show those people that are around you aren't by accident. You have the right people around you at all times. If you feel very alone and like you have no one around you, that's also meant to be right now, and your people are coming in. But I feel as if for a lot of you, there's one person in particular that you've distanced yourself from, you've walked away from, very hard goodbye, or you're about to. Don't feel too sad about this goodbye, because it's not going to be a forever goodbye. It's meant, someone's not going anywhere. They're coming back through. You're going to recollide. If you're meant to be, it will be. If you're meant to be around each other, you're going to be around each other. trying to figure out what this is that I just scribbled. It kind of looks like a propeller, or like what is it? I can't even figure out what it is. Ah. I'm getting dolphin energy, but it's nothing like a dolphin at all. Or a shark maybe? Or a fish? Or it actually looks like a snapping piranha or something. I don't know. It's interesting. This is probably the weirdest scribble I've ever done. Okay, let me just get some more. Let's just scribble some more on top of the scribble. What else is coming through? I want to like emphasize as well, I'm still getting a handshake come through. So someone's shaking your hand, congratulating you, you've passed a test. But it's almost like your angel, like shaking your hand. Like, yes, you did it right, you've done everything right, you did the right thing. Things are going to turn around now. Things are moving forward, things are shifting, things are changing. And you're in control, but there's also something about a connection where you think you're in control of saying goodbye to it, of letting go of it. And with the, like, because you've done this with pure intentions, you're getting a very positive outcome of, well done, you passed the test. You're actually getting your cake and eating it too. Or something. You get, yeah, you're actually, for some, it's like a win-win situation coming through because you were willing to do what was best for everyone. Rather than just like, I don't know in the past if there was this scribble is so weird. There could have been a way though of you potentially being selfish and wanting to like keep someone that you couldn't have, right? So it's like you chose not to do that though. You chose to let it go. Pardon me. You chose to let it go. Confirmation burp. And the universe, I just love it. It's like, yes, it's coming back around. This whole I'm getting so distracted so easily by this scribble because it just looks strange. There's something about a cannon. Like there's a cannon. I've just scribbled. Let me just make it look more cannon-y. It's not really working. It looks like a cannon but like on like a wheeled, on like, I don't know how to explain that. I don't know if cannons in the back in the day they would have been wheeled about, because I'm not very smart, but I'm just feeling like they would have now, because that's what this looks like. It's like a little cannon. I don't know if that looks like a cannon to anyone but me, but that's how I'm seeing it. Very interesting, and you can see that top scribble where I had no idea what that was. What is that? It's so weird. I kind of want to see if anything else is going to come through, so I'm just going to carry on. I want one more thing. I want one more thing to come through in this reading because it just feels like it's been short and I've kind of said the same thing over and over again. Something about plastic is coming through. Plastic. I think I'm gonna have to end this reading here. There's nothing more coming through. I don't know what the thing about plastic is. Maybe this energy of, you may think like something may seem to you as a bad thing, but it's actually a very good thing. Now, what I'm trying to say, but it isn't really working, is it's almost like you want to be glass, or you want to be more valuable, and glass is more valuable than plastic, right? So it's almost like you want to be glass, you want to be more valuable in others' eyes, or you want to be more valuable to someone, and there's something where you're actually a lot more valuable even though you're plastic. And I don't know what this is trying to come through as, apart from that, like, if you drop a glass, it's gonna smash. Whereas if you drop a plastic glass, it's not gonna smash. So there's something where someone is gonna perceive you and go, you're not glass, you're plastic. And you're gonna be like, I sure am. Try to smash me, drop me, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna, like, just, actually maybe it's more like elastic than plastic. It's elastic. So someone's like, yeah, you wanna be glass, but you're more like, you just bounce back. You bounce back and you're like, yeah. There's an energy there of someone trying to, maybe that's the canon, right? If there's an energy of someone coming and trying to break you, trying to crush your spirit in some way, you're not glass, you're not crystal, you're not diamond, you know, you're just, and you're like, yeah, exactly, I'm a lot more resilient than those things, because those things could shatter, those things would be very, like, precious to shatter, whereas I am resilient and I'll bounce back and I can recreate myself better and transform from the current phase that I'm at, as opposed to if I was a diamond and was crushed, I would no longer be diamond. Like, there's something where you're like getting to reinvent yourself and you're bouncing back and you're becoming better and better. Anyone that tries to crush you or anyone that tries to question you, somehow this is tying in to you walking down a path alone and having the courage to walk alone, because you just are going, come at me, universe, try me. Whatever you throw my way, I'm going to use it to transform and become better. I'm going to use it to my own advantage and use it to become the best version of myself I can. I'm not going to shatter beneath this pressure. I'm not going to shatter beneath this judgment, this weight, whatever it may be. There's something where you're just going, try me and let me use this as fuel to the fire of the path I'm going down. Like, there's success outside of whatever this whole reading was about with the connection. There's success on your own. Again, I think that's why there's not so much pressure on you of you letting go of someone, because that's not your whole world. You have other things you're focused on. And so when it comes to your career, when it comes to your own path, your own journey that you're walking down, there is success coming because of your resilience, because of your ability to bounce back. And also, I think there's an energy of you getting to enjoy showing the world you are capable of bouncing back. No matter what life throws at you, you can bounce back from it very easily, very gracefully, and very, like, powerfully. There's something where you're liking that you can finally get to show off your resilience. In the past, you may have been perceived as glass. Maybe that's the energy. People perceived you as glass, people perceived you as, you're gonna break, you're gonna shatter. And you were like, oh, like that, right? And now you're like, nope. You thought I was that, but just because you thought I was that doesn't mean I was that. The whole time I'm very capable of bouncing back, and more powerfully so than you would expect. I'm just going to show you this one more time because I've scribbled a little bit more. Hopefully you can see an image there that I can't, because it's a bit strange. Also, if you're wondering why I'm moving my head around, hopefully I can get a thumbnail out of this. Alright, if something I said resonated, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you when I see you.